My name is Mark Price Perry, and welcome to Business Driven PMO. When it comes to PMO setup and management, I have a set of convictions that's different from what I see advocated and practiced in the industry. And today I'm here to share with you one of those convictions, and that is PMO ROI. In my opinion, the project management community has a misguided view on PMO ROI, return on investment. Most of the advice that I've seen advocates that you take all of the cost of the PMO, people, systems, training, everything, put that on a piece of paper on one column, and then in the other column put all the benefits that the PMO has achieved. From there, the math is easy. You take the benefits less the cost, divide by the investment, and you get your return on investment. Now, the math part I don't have an issue with, but the data part, that's where I have a different view on PMO ROI. Let me explain. While I agree on the calculation of ROI, I have a different view on the data. For example, let's say you have a project management office that's just been started, and you staff that project management office. You take 15 people that are project managers that exist in business units, and you put them in the PMO. You take another 5 people that are program managers that are in business units, and you put those people in the PMO. You take another 5 business analysts that happen to be in the lines of businesses, and you put those people in the PMO. And while you're at it, you take 2 quality testers that are already in the business, and you put them in the PMO too. So you've just added to the PMO 27 people. Now, are those new costs? They are already in the organization, whether you have a PMO or not. And the same goes for the equipment that those people use, and likely the collaboration systems and project management tools, were they already in place? So is it appropriate in calculating the PMO ROI to take all of the cost in terms of whatever operating budget a PMO manager may be managing when those elements were already in the business to begin with? I don't think so. And here's the approach that I would take. The approach for PMO ROI that I use when working with leadership teams consists of 3 simple points. Point number 1, keep it simple. Point number 2, use the ROI technique that you already use in your company. If you already are using ROI in the various business units and treat costs, benefits, and investments in a certain way, continue to do that for the PMO. Don't adopt a special PMO version of a ROI model that you find within the project management community that might view costs and benefits and investments differently than you do, or that speaks a different language than you speak, or worse, that might have a built-in bias, a lean, if you will, to justifying the PMO. And third, use costs, benefits, and investments that are incremental in nature. By that I mean, don't consider PMO costs that already are in the organization. Like the example we spoke about just moments ago, if you're merely taking 20, 25, 30 people that already exist in the business, putting them in the PMO, those aren't new net additional costs. You're going to have those project managers anyway, PMO or no PMO. So only take the net incremental investments, costs, and benefits and use those in your ROI calculation. It's not about the math, that's the easy part. It's all about the data. Seek to keep your PMO ROI data as simple as possible, and seek to keep it true to form. By that I mean most PMOs, not all, but most PMOs should not get the credit for the product of the project benefit realization. By that I mean if there is a project of the PMO that completes, and upon completion there's millions and millions of dollars of benefits that are going to be realized, typically those benefits will be realized in the business units and should not be attributed to the PMO in terms of calculating PMO ROI. As always, the leadership team makes the call on how they want their PMO ROI calculated and how they want to treat PMO investments, expenses, and benefits. And one last note I like to make, and that is, if the leadership team doesn't use ROI in any other areas of the business, then I wouldn't use it for the PMO. I would seek to treat the PMO just the same way that other business units within the enterprise are treated. I encourage you to adopt this business-driven view of PMO ROI. It will prevent you from having financial fairy tales. It'll help you arrive at a financial picture of the return on investment of your PMO. And It'll help you have a better PMO. This has been a Business Driven PMO video. My name is Mark Price Perry. Until next time.